If you're energetically sensitive or an empath and you want to know the top supplements that you should take to maintain your system so that you can feel amazing, stay tuned because I'm going to share with you the top three, might give you a couple of more, but for sure the top three supplements that I advocate that you take as an energetically sensitive person to keep the system feeling amazing. I'm Sarah K. Grace, psychic paramedic turned holistic first responder and psychic surgeon. I've been able to see energy and being since I was a kid and now work with people all over regarding their physical imbalances and energetic gifts. So if this is something you're into, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that alert bell so that you are notified when the new weekly videos drop. All right, so coming around to the top supplements. For us as sensitives, you have to understand the number one thing that makes us sensitive is how delicate our nervous system is. So the nervous system is just very, very, very sensitive. And it's picking up all of this excess stimulus and data. That data comes into the mirror and motor neurons in the brain, which signal specific catecholamine hormone releases to the body, which then provides some sort of emotional response or some sort of physiologic response. So this is kind of how the cascade goes from the stimulus just being energy coming into and collected by the human field, what the brain and body does, and then what we're left over with. So because we're sensitive, a lot of times it's like we're holding on to a charged wire and it can feel like you're being slowly electrocuted, right? Sometimes I'm like, this is inhumane. It can be so much. The constant bombardment of stimulus. If this is you, just know you're not destined to a life of misery and you can learn to thrive. And you guys, I'm just going to state the obvious. Only do what works for you. You are your own greatest teacher and guru, and you are ultimately responsible for your own health and well-being. So if you take some of these supplements and it doesn't resonate or doesn't work for you, don't take it. That simple. Find something else that works for your system. Okay. Everybody's different, but in the years, not only of being this way and then working with people forever, these are the commonalities and the common threads that I've noticed. All right. So top supplements. We tend to run hot and dry. So top supplements are going to be magnesium. There's a lot of different kinds out there. I really advocate you can go to like Whole Foods or Sprouts and find Calm, CALM, and it's just like a little fizzy powder that you put in some water before bedtime, and it helps just to like decrease the amps of the nervous system, relaxes the skeletal and smooth muscle, and it just helps the whole system to kind of calm down. So magnesium, number one. CBD. All right, CBD does not have to have any THC in it whatsoever. So there does not have to be any sort of trip. You can do a pure form CBD. And what this does, it's so good for inflammation. And 95% of disease process in today's culture is the etiology is underlying inflammatory response. There's just like widespread little inflamed bodies running around. And so anything that's going to combat inflammation is only going to help your system, especially as a sensitive. So CBDs can be incredibly powerful in terms of being anti-inflammatory. Now, there's dispensaries on every corner these days, right? I really advocate that you find maybe through friends or referrals or do a little bit of research because you never know necessarily what you're going to get in some of those places. And so I really advocate, asking questions, finding really good organic product so that it just can help to support your system. So magnesium, CBD, and ashwagandha. So ashwagandha is going to be an Ayurvedic herbal supplement. And again, it's just helping to take the edge off. Just calm that system down. Those are the top three things that I really advocate as sensitives. Again, if it works for you, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Lean into something else. But those are the top three things that I definitely recommend, in addition to the basics that, of course, we're always talking about. Ample hydration, making sure your system is hydrated. Breathing, are you taking full deep breaths and perfusing fresh oxygen into the body? Are you outside getting some direct sun? We are plants with anxiety. We need to be out. We need to have water and sunlight. Remember, it can be very simple. So, moving your body, being outside, hydrating, and breathing go a long way in helping your system recoalesce and become strengthened. And then we add supplements. Another just kind of like additional one would be aloe vera. And this again, because we tend to run so hot and we're like holding onto that charged wire. So the aloe vera kind of comes in and lubricates the GI tract. It helps to cool the system. So think of all things grounding and all things cooling to your system as a sensitive. All right, I hope this has been helpful to you. Again, if you like this, like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. It really does help. Stay tuned for more, and always remember your own power. You got this.